morning, guys. We are going to try to start to analyze the circuit board, the control box for a typical air conditioning unit with the thermostat, the circuit board, the capacitors, and all the components of the harness of a typical air conditioning unit. We are going to analyze what is the meaning of this. This is the high pressure switch. This is the element for the solenoid of the Y valve. This is the power for the raw water pump. This is the terminal, the thermal contactor, and those are the other three terminals for the relay of the motor, and those are the sensors, for the thermostat. This is the typical harness. When you order the harness, you receive this. You receive the control box, the harness, and the thermostat. What is the main difference between this harness, and this one? This one is the old version. This is the old version, and this is the new version. But basically, it's the same. It's the same. It's pretty similar. And in this one, what is this, guys? You remember that one? The system relay. The relay of the entire system. In this case, the relay is part of the circuit board. You see the relay here? It's that relay. In this case, the relay is separated. It's easy to see. We are going to follow that harness, and we are going to try to understand the harness here in the diagram. Look at the circuit board. This is the thermostat, and this is the connection for the sensor here, both of them. And this is the relay. This is the system relay. This is the run capacitor. This is the start capacitor. From the computer, you have signal for the high pressure switch and low pressure switch. And finally, you have the power for the relay of the motor. If you see, this harness is exactly the same. It's exactly the same than this. No? It's exactly the same. You have the same components. We are going to repeat the components. One component is the main circuit board. The other component is the system relay. The other one is the run capacitor and start capacitor. And the thermostat with the cable to connect the thermostat on the circuit board. And the sensor for the temperature in front of the air filter, and is connected in the circuit board. Exactly the same in this harness. It's exactly the same. We have the thermostat. The thermostat connected here. We have the other slot here for the sensor, and we have two sensors, because in this harness you have one sensor before the evaporator coil and other one after. That's the design. But the rest is exactly the same. You have the pressure switch. You have the solenoid for the Y valve. You have the thermal contactor on the compressor, and the three cable for the relay of the compressor, and you have the power for the blower. You see, the power for the blower. Exactly the same here. Exactly the same. We are going to analyze this one and this one. You need to be familiarized with both harness. When you receive the harness, replace the harness is too simple. It's too simple. Always you need to check the pressure with the pressure gauge. If you don't have pressure gauge, you cannot diagnose the air conditioning unit. Some people say, no, I have the multimeter. Okay, with the multimeter you can check if you have the power coming in phase 1, phase 2, and neutral. Okay, and after that, probably you can check if you have power here at the input of the compressor in the thermal contactor. And that's it. Or probably you can check the condition of the capacitor with the multimeter. And finito. How you know if the unit is running good, or if the unit is running with low level of refrigerant, or if the unit is running with refrigerant, but the refrigerant is mixed with water, a lot of moisture. The only way to know that is with the pressure gauge. Yeah, of course, you need both of them. You need the multimeter and you need the pressure gauge, the set of pressure gauge. Yeah. Who is familiarized with this type of thermostat? With the three hubs. One hub on top to select air condition, fan, or off. The second one to increase the RPM of the blower. And the last one to select heating mode or cooling mode. This is the thermostat that you have in your car. In your car, you have those three buttons. Yes or not? A lot of marine air condition units, the first generation, they have that control. And that control, the thermostat, is a capillary pipe with a bulb, and that bulb is located in front of the air filter, no? And it's connected here. Okay, the rest is the control box. This is a bar. This is a junction bar where you enter the power, and the power is distributed in the different components of the control box. Okay, the first element after the AC panel, this is the AC panel. This is the main breaker, and those are the individual, the branch breakers in the panel. One of the breakers is for air conditioning. Okay, breaker number one is dedicated for this air conditioning unit, and this is the thermostat. In the first bottom, in the first knob, you have three positions: air condition, fan, or off. Air condition is when you activate compressor and evaporator. No. The second one, fan, is for what?
Just the evaporator.
Is only the fan of the evaporator. This is only to keep in your room mechanical ventilation, circulation of air. For what purpose? To keep the humidity distributed. Okay. Yes, mechanical ventilation is the fan. What fan? This fan. The fan of the evaporator. That fan working, running all the time. And of course, the third position is off, to turn off the system. Okay, after that, you have an RPM control. RPM of what?
Fan.
Of this fan. The RPM of this fan. Okay? And basically, this is a potentiometer. Like the volume, no? More volume, less volume, the potentiometer. And this one is a selector for heating or cooling. It's a selector for this valve, for the Y valve. This is to send the power here and activate this position or this position, this position or this position. In this moment, in what mode is this picture? Is cooling mode or heating?
It's in cooling mode.
Is cooling mode. Is cooling mode because the discharge of the compressor is going directly into the outdoor coil. Is cooling mode. Okay. Is clear those three buttons, guys?
Yeah.
Those three buttons is exactly like you have in your car. A lot of boats, they have those controls. You are